Yes, good morning, students. I have waited more than 5 minutes, so I'll start the class now because I don't want to waste my other students' time. So, so all of you attended the test now. How was the test? How you felt the question paper? Was it easy? Do you find any questions out of the syllabus? Yes. Any questions out of the syllabus?
No, ma'am.
Yes, Seema, you want to tell something?
It was easy, ma'am.
Huh? Want to tell anything? How was the test?
It's good.
Okay, good. Okay, fine. See, as VTU circular, we see given the circular. So one online test we have to conduct, internal test we have to conduct. We have conducted. So we'll see what happens next. Other two internals we have that maybe when you rejoin to the college, so you may not feel so much of difficulty how you felt in online test. So that will be easy. I feel. So students will start. So students, in last class we were seeing about in last class we were seeing the importance of ethics in the business organization. So we have seen some of the scenarios how the organization should be, and how what is the role of the legal advisor, and how the if an employee doesn't have ethics, how it affect to the organization, and how the if employee does any mistake, how the employer or the organization takes a responsibility also we have seen in the last class. And how to develop a good practices in the organization, and what are the legal actions can be taken on the employees. Yes, do you remember all these things, students? We have seen in the last class all this. So how the standard BOE of the organization, and what are the ethics they have to follow, and establishing of corporate code of ethics also we have seen in the last class. And when we recruit a employee, how to train the employee regarding the ethics also we have seen in the last class. And creating an ethical environment also we have now we'll see creating an ethical environment, ethical work environment in the organization. See, what is ethical? Students, can you hear me now? Any disturbance in my voice? Can you hear me, students? No disturbance, no?
Yes, ma'am.
My voice is audible. Okay, I'll start.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Creating an ethical work environment in the organization. Now, if I say organization, it will not come to only the. It will not. I am not talking only about about any software company. It covers a business, a manufacturing company, software company, or any education institute, wherever a person works. So there, how to create an ethical work environment. Good employees may make bad ethical choices. Yes, it is not necessary that assume that I have a good ethics. I have a good ethics, and I am part of a organization or a part of a business. So every time the employer may not expect a good ethics. They expect a good ethics from all the employees, but maybe based on the situation, I may not follow some of the good ethics in the organization. I may have to maybe personal purposely I'm not using, maybe purposely I'm not doing. Maybe the situation is like that, maybe some personal problem I have. We don't know whatever the problem. I have, but maybe but I'm not using I'm not following a good ethical choice. Maybe in some situations I may make a bad ethical choices, so that the organization have to rectify, and they have to identify what bad ethical choices I'm taking or what bad ethical behavior I'm doing, and they have to rectify, and they have to give me a legal advice on that. So maybe encouraged to do whatever it takes to get the job done. So um, assume that assume that according to the norms or according to the principles or rules, I have to come to the organization, or I have to come to the duty at 8:30. So that is a good, see, just I am giving the example. That is a good ethical behavior. So what I do is, why I have to go at 8:30? I have class from 9 o'clock, or I have class from 9:30. Why simply I have to wait 1 hour? Why simply I have to see, some people will be having some rigid behaviors, rigid mind, so they don't they'll be like stubborn. So so I think like that. So why I have to go at 8:30? From tomorrow I'll go at 9 o'clock or 9:30. So if I start doing that, then other employees will also behave like that only, no? Again, the company will be in trouble. All if one employee doing like not behaving ethical, not take adhering the ethical choice, then the next day, if the organization is not taking any action, then the other employee will also start doing that, like that only. Yes, correct, no? So if I do like that, then the company has to take a responsibility, and they have to rectify my mistake, and they have to correct me. Whatever you are doing, that is wrong. If you do like this, then next day the other employee will also do like that, and next day the another two will start doing like that. So that's why you have to follow the proper ethical behavior, like that. They have to take care for the employees need to need a knowledgeable resources to discuss the perceived unethical practices. So see, if I take if an organization, when you go for an interview, some of the credentials will be there. So if you are satisfying those credentials, then only you are eligible to apply for the job. In an uneducated person, can he be eligible to apply for the job there? No. For any uneducated people, the set of jobs will be there. Maybe he can become a farmer, or not only the uneducated people, even the educated people nowadays, they are doing they are becoming farmer. But here in an organization, when you apply for the job, so we have to satisfy the conditions of the organization. Maybe we should have some degree. We should have a degree. In degree, we should have so much of percentage, 50% or 60%, whatever the cutoff they give. So if we are satisfying that, only we are eligible for that. Yes. See, the meaning of that means, the meaning of this is, this company is taking or recruiting only the educated people. Yes, only the educated people. If they recruit uneducated people, then maybe some software related work will be there, some auditing related work will be there, some other documentation work will be there. So uneducated people we cannot expect that from the uneducated people, no? So the employee should have a knowledge. If they do any mistake, if they do any unethical behavior, whatever the organization tell, they should be in a position to understand. Yes. If I recruit uneducated person, and if I tell him to do all these rules and responsibility, will he be able to do that? No. Correct, no? So what are the knowledge the must have a manager, employee? If I need a person, or the employee should have a manager responsibility, then which type of person I recruit? A experienced person, maybe 10 to 15 years experience in managing field. So like that person I recruit. Correct, no? And here what they say, employees need a knowledgeable resources to discuss perceived unethical practices. So if a person is behaving unethically, then what they do, they will do the discussion with a manager or legal or internal audit department. See, from the beginning I'm telling, the organization will be having a legal advisor. Here you can say legal advisor or a internal audit department, and business units legal counsel. Even for the business to take any business action, a business legal advisor also will be there anonymously through internal website. So all these persons will be involved in taking any decision, or if any person is behaving, if any person is not behaving properly, if they are not following a whatever the predefined ethical rules, if they are not following, then this team will take care of that behavior. See, before this team comes into picture, to the person who is working in the organization, he should be a knowledgeable person. Whatever the instruction we give to him, he has to understand. An uneducated people, an uneducated employee come and join in the organization. If I tell him anything about the ethical behavior related to any document or related to any software, then will he be able to understand? No. So when we recruit, that time only we have to take care all this. And these are all the some of the questionnaires or the checklist for establishing a ethical work environment. Does an organization have a code of ethics? Yes or no? We have to check whether the organization have formed a rules list or the list of ethics which the employee has to follow. Do employee know how and to whom to report any infractions of the code of ethics? And if anybody does any mistake, or I may not be able as an employee, I don't know how to behave on that particular scenario, on that particular situation, then I have to take some advice from my higher ups. No, I have to take some advice from my higher ups. So that's why I have to take some advice from the my higher ups. So who is that higher ups? The company will recruit a legal advisor. The legal advisor help us to behave if we do any ethical mistakes. So they will be helping us how to behave ethically. Do employees feel that they can report violation of the code of ethics safely and without fear of retaliation? See, for all this, see, the employee do any violation of the rules, to whom they have to report. For example, in our college, what rule we have? When we come at 8:30, we have to punch. When we go home at 4:30, we have to punch. So morning 8:30 we will do in punch. Students, you are listening, no? How many are there? Only 7 students are there. You are understanding, students? Whatever I'm explaining, whatever the examples I'm giving. See, if you are not understanding, please you can talk. You are able to relate these examples? Okay. So if according to our college rules, according to our college ethical behavior, I have to follow. I have to do in punch at 8:30 and out punch at 4:30. So maybe because of traffic jam, I may reach to the college 5 minutes late. But I don't want to stand in the queue and punch, and I want to go to, I have first hour class, so directly I'll go to my class and I don't punch. See, here I am not behaving ethically. Correct, no, students? I'm not behaving ethically, but I know what mistake I have done. I know what violation I have done. Correct? But there should be a person to whom I have to report without any fear, because because of traffic jam, I came late to the college and I was not able to punch at 8:30. But I went to class. I have finished my class. Now again, I'll come back from my class at 9:30. Then I can go and punch. See, to report this also, I need some person. No, it may be HOD. It may be any legal advisor. Correct, students? So like that, in a work environment, if we do any mistakes, then the person should be there to whom we can report. So like that, some of the examples are there. So we'll move on to the next topic, including ethical considerations in decision making. Yes, if we do any, if we want to do take any decision. So before we take any decision, so we should have some in the beginning of the when the organization established, that time only we'll form some rules or some principles. We can say rules or we can say principles. So based on why we set some rules or principles. So in future, if you want to take any action or any decisions, and based on the existing rules, so by keeping in mind of existing rules, so we'll take a decision. So there are some steps involved to take a decision. That is, develop problem statement. So first we have to say what problem I have done. Yes, so I have what problem I have done. I have not punched at 8:30. Correct. I have not punched at 8:30, and that is my mistake. That problem I have done. See, what are the rules they have? What are the principles they have defined in the beginning of the organization? The employee has to report to the college at 8:30. 8:30, the employee has to punch, and 4:30, the employee has to do out punch. So that is the rule. But because of some genuine reason, I have not punched at 8:30 because of traffic jam. I was not able to punch at 8:30 because I reached the college already 5 minutes late, and I have first hour class. So that is the problem statement. Correct. Identify what is the alternative solution. What is the alternative solution? You go immediately to your department before you go to the class. Just take 5 seconds and just put one signature in your attendance register. Maybe that is the alternate solution, no? Or just put if you meet your HOD before going to the class, you just say one word, madam, just now I have come, and long queue was there in the near the biometrics, so I am going to the class. So some of one or the other alternative will be there, no? If you are not able to meet madam also, then you will directly go to class, and after coming from your class, you can give the clarification. I had a first hour class, so that's why I am not able to do. Yes. Yes. And for that, they may ask you to go to AO sir and write some letter. Some other alternative will be there. So you use the other here. What is the alternative? So the HOD will tell you. You write a letter to the principal stating that I have come 5 minutes late. So I had first hour class. So directly I went to the class. I was not able to punch at 8:30. So that is a alternating measure you are taking, and based on that, they will they'll take decision, and they may tell that next time you don't do this type of mistake. So okay, you have done this mistake. You have given the clarification letter also for this mistake. So next time you don't do. So like this, to take any decision, some of the predefined rules will be there. Based on the rules, we'll take a decision. See, whatever I have told, so that here they have given clearly, I mean in detail. Develop a problem statement, clear description of the issue. So description of the issue. What issue? What is the problem? How it occurred? How often you have done? See, I may be today I have first hour class. I came college 5 minutes late. Yes. So tomorrow also I have first hour class. Again 10 minutes later, if I come, then who will listen to if I come daily 5 or 10 minutes late to the college? Who will listen my reason? No, they will tell every day she is doing like that only. We don't consider whatever the explanation she gives. Yes. So before they take a decision, they'll check how many days I have come late, whether she is doing every day like that, like this only. Yes, they'll see my previous record also, no? How serious she is about the college, everything they'll see, and based on that, they'll take a decision. Identify, evaluate choice of an alternative. So whatever I have explained, the same thing here. Maybe they have taken a different example, but here we have to identify, evaluate, and choice of an alternative, and based on that, we can take a decision. Virtue ethics approaches. Virtue ethic approaches here in this focuses on a person with daily life in a community, People guided by virtue. What is the meaning of virtue? Students, what is the meaning of virtue? Please respond. Anybody? Please respond somebody. If I only talk, then class won't be interactive. Are you listening, students? Or just you have switched on your mobile and you went off?
Listening, ma'am.
Listening. What is virtue meaning?
Don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
No. See, virtue means your behavior or your moral, high moral standard, or you can say your behavior in ethics approach. Yes. Yes, virtue ethics approach means how your behavior in approaching the ethics, how your behavior in approaching the ethics. Here focuses on the concern with daily life in a community, means you have to focus on the daily life community. If I know, if see, I don't take other example, I'll continue with the same biometric example only. See, punching 8:30 is my good behavior of ethics. If I don't punch at 8:30 daily, I go to college at 9 o'clock or 9:15 or 8:45. Then what the opinion of other faculty will come on me? What they talk about me? Daily she'll come late. She's not serious about the class. Yes, like that they talk. No, what the community will talk about me? Yes. Yes, if I behave like that, if I'm not punctual to my job, if I'm not coming on my on time, if 1 or 2 days because of some genuine reason, then even they'll also tell that, oh, she's coming from very far, maybe because of traffic, maybe she's coming late. If I do the same mistake again and again, then what they think that, so they think she's not serious about the job, and what decision they take? What decision they take? What conclusion they'll to which to what conclusion they'll come? She's not serious about her class. Yes, if what the way I am behaving, the community will be observing, the people guide by virtue to reach the right decision. So my HOD or my legal advisor may tell me that don't behave like that, don't do the such type of mistake, don't. They'll guide me to correct my mistake and to take a good decision. Yes, more effective than following the set of rules or principles. See, I have used this word rules and principles. So, rules or the principles are set at the beginning of the organization when they establish the organization. So, we have to follow the organization. If we are not following, then there will not be any effect of rules and regulations. Correct? If an organization is setting 8:30, we have to punch in the biometric and nobody is following, then what is the use of that rules? What is the use of that principles? There is no effect. The principles are not effective. Then problems does not provide guide for action, and virtue cannot be worked out objectively, depends on the circumstance. If I do the same mistake again and again, if I am not following rules, if I am not following the rules, then the rules won't be effective. Then even the legal advisor is repeatedly telling me you have to rectify your mistake, you should not behave like that, you have to behave ethically, behave properly in the organization. If even though they are telling to me, and if I am not rectifying my mistake, then there is no use of any guide. Yes, why the guide is, if you do any mistake, they'll rectify your mistake and they will correct your mistake and they'll give you proper guidance. Even though if they are giving proper guidance, if as a employee, if I am not following, then there is no use of guide and whatever the rules and regulations, objectives of the workplace are there, so we are not able to follow. So students, this I'll do it in the next class. Yes, students.
Okay, ma'am.
Students, here 11:30 they'll cut the power. So again, this topic I cannot complete. So that's why here I am stopping. So this topic will continue in the next class. Students, whatever I explained, you understood?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
student, you are able to relate to the examples, no? Whatever the examples I am giving.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you have any doubt, you can contact me anytime. And in test question paper, do you have any doubt? Any doubt? No? Okay, I'll stop here. Okay, again we'll meet on Saturday. Bye. Take care.